brought to you by CFU, the power of service.
More with UNI head coach Ben Jacobson as the UNI Panthers just got done with a battle against in-state rival Drake as the Bulldogs take the win 82-74. Coach, he had Titan Anderson in that game. All 14 or 12 of his points came in that second half. And earlier in the week, too, against Indiana State, another productive game for Titan.
Yeah, what a just a great year that he's put together. Right? I know we've talked about him a lot. People have. He's been so productive. If he's got 9 or 10 doubles, he's played great basketball. And the thing that's been so much fun to see is his just how he has stepped forward in terms of his leadership. And it's what this team needed. For him, for Bowen. Nate and Big Fife, those two guys are still a integral part, right? They're still a big part of the leadership of our team. But since those two guys haven't been able to practice, right, and they're not able to play, a lot of it falls onto Titan and onto Bowen, and they've both done a great job. But it's really been fun to see Ty take that step forward, and he's always been that way. He's that way with his high school team, and he's that kind of guy. But it's been fun to see.
Bowen finished with 16 points as he's really, the last couple of games, defenses have really put so much attention on him. Drake did the same again. He was able to find a few shots and knock them in. Just continues to be that weapon. Anytime he gets a chance, he takes advantage. Yeah,
and he's going to get their best defender every night. Yeah. And it's going to be hard for him really to do anything, whether that's just pop up and catch it, and let alone come off a pin down or come off a handoff or get to a ball screen. They're going to make everything hard for him, and they have for a long time. And he's handled it great. And he really trusts his teammates, and that's such a big part of it when you're being defended that way. We need so much from him in the way of scoring. Combined with, all right, if they're going to commit two guys to you. We got to get it out quick, and we got to play advantage basketball. And he's done a great job of that. And it's because he trusts his teammates, and he just wants us to play well.
Coach, early in the week against Indiana State, you had Landon Wolf score 8 points, and Drew Daniel with 6 points, hit a couple of threes. When you have some of those players that are able to come off the bench, provide some points right away, how much of a pickup does that provide?
Yeah, we've moved that way a little bit here in the last week to 10 days, right? With the game at Evansville and the game against Indiana State, we hadn't played like that all year. Right? We did it in back-to-back games, and the guys, coaches, all of us, we just felt like we need just a little more. And Drew's provided some, Ege provided some against Drake. A lot of confidence in those two guys, and then that gives us a pretty good group of guys to go with.
The Panthers on the road. We'll talk with Coach Jacobson coming up right after this. Here's a story on UNI athletics academic success.